Friends, today we are going to discuss about the domestic power supply, Unit 3, Module 2 of Electrical Technology. So, this is the first slide. You can see a simple layout plan of an electrical installation or a house wiring. The phase and neutral has come from the service main and is connected to the incoming part of the energy meter, and the outgoing part of energy meter is connected to the MCB and the RCCB. The MCB is used to protect the circuit from the short circuit and overload current, and the RCCB is used to protect the human being who are operating the electrical circuit from the leakage current, and hence it is connected to the bus bar. There are 5 numbers of sub-circuit in the bus bar. That means there are 5 numbers of MCBs, and according to IE rules, 800 watt and 10 points are connected in a single sub-circuit. We can see there are several numbers of lighting load, water pumps, water heaters and electrical sockets are connected with this house wiring. Now the next slide is the different types of electrical wiring system. There are 5 types of electrical wiring system. Number 1, cleat wiring. Number 2, casing wiring. Number 3, batten wiring. Number 4, conduit wiring. And number 5 is the concealed wiring. So number 1, the cleat wiring. This is the simplest and cheap wiring system, and it is a temporary wiring. The material used in cleat wiring is wire or PVC insulated wires, that means the polyvinyl chloride insulated wires, weatherproof cables, porcelain cleats or plastic cleats, screw. And now the procedure of cleat wiring. In this wiring, the PVC and wire insulated wires are braided and compounded on walls or ceiling with the help of porcelain cleats. The wires can be weatherproof. Simple wire laying in is done in this scheme of wiring. In present days, this kind of wiring system is not recommended for house or building. Only in temporary army campus or festival related pandals used this type of wiring. Advantage of cleat wiring: it is cheap and easy to be installed. Fault detection is very much easy because there is no such cover. It is easy to repair. Alteration and addition is also easy. Now the disadvantage of this wiring: it looks bad, so the appearance is bad. Exposed to weather, to be affected by humidity, rain, smoke, sunlight, etc., there is a several chances of fire or shock because it is unenclosed. Used in only 230 volt in low ambient temperature. It cannot be used in 650 volt installation or in case of medium volt installation. It is not long lasting, and the sag is produced in this wiring. Now the second one is the casing wiring. The material used in casing wiring are the wire or PVC insulated wires, casing enclosure made of wood or plastic, capping, it is also made of wood or plastic, casing on capping joint, it's like T or plus. Now the procedure of casing wiring. You can see the image of a casing wiring. These are the caps which are connected over the case, and here is a T joint between two wiring, between a horizontal and vertical run. This kind of wiring is very old fashioned. Generally PVC or wire insulated wires are carried through the casing enclosure, and capping is used to cover the casing. Advantage of casing wiring: it is cheap and easy to install, strong and durable wiring, customization can be done easily, safe from smoke, dust, rain and steam. Due to casing and capping, no risk of fire or shock. Now the disadvantage of casing wiring: it is very costly, not suitable for weather with high humidity and acidic conditions. Insects like termites or ants can damage wooden casing and capping. There is a high risk of fire. Now the batten wiring. So this is the image of a batten wiring. You can see the batten, conductor and link clips here. The material used in batten wiring is CTS or TRS cable, straight teak wood batten of 10 mm thick, tinned brass link clip, brush pins. Now the procedure of batten wiring: group of single or double or three core cables are used to laid on straight teak wood batten. So here single, double or three core cables is used. The cables are held with the help of tin brass link clip or buckle clip. Brass pins are used to fix the buckle clip on the wooden batten. Buckle clips is fixed with brush pin on the wooden batten at an interval of 10 cm for horizontal runs and 15 cm for the vertical runs. Now the advantage of batten wiring: number 1, easy to install, cheap in material cost, appearance is better, customization is easy, less chance of leakage current because the wood batten is used. Now the disadvantage of batten wiring: not suitable for outdoor wiring because this is an unenclosed wiring. Humidity, smoke, steam, etc. directly affects on wires. Heavy wires are not recommended for this wiring scheme because the link clips are unable to attach the heavy wires. Only suitable for below 250 volt, or this is suitable for low voltage installation, and there is high risk of fire. Now the next slide is the conduit wiring. The material used in conduit wiring is metallic conduit. There are three types of metallic conduit. One is class A conduit, that thin layer steel sheet low gauge conduit. Class B conduit, thick sheet of steel high gauge conduit. And another type of conduit is not metallic, it is non-metallic conduit, that is 13, 16.2, 18.75, 20, 25, 37, 50 and 63 mm diameter PVC conduit. These PVC conduits are used in case of household or house wiring, and the metallic conduits are used in case of motor installation or factory installation. Wire or PVC insulated cables, GI wires of 18 SWG or 14 SWG, and in case of factory installation, here the 8 SWG GI conductor is used as an earth wire. Screw, coupling, elbow, rigid offset, 2-hole strap and lock nut. Now the procedure of conduit wiring. You can see there is an image of metallic conduit wiring and as well as a non-metallic conduit wiring. That means a steel conduit and PVC conduit. This kind of wiring is not easy to install on the surface of the wall or ceiling. Conduit pipes are attached with help of two-hole strap and base clip at a regular certain distance. And next, GI wire is used to lay down the wires through the conduit pipe, and GI wire is also used for earthing purpose. Now the advantages of conduit wiring. This is the safest wiring. Appearance is better. There is no risk of fire or mechanical wear and tear. No risk of damage of cable installation. Safe from humidity, smoke, steam, etc. And no risk of shock. And it is also long lasting. So disadvantage of conduit wiring: it is very expensive. Installation is not easy. Not easy to customize for future. Hard to detect the faults because it is enclosed. Now the concealed wiring. The material used in concealed wiring is same as the conduit wiring. So you can say the concealed wiring is concealed conduit wiring. So number one, the material used in conduit wiring is the metallic conduit. And as like the conduit wiring, there are two types of metallic conduit, one class A and class B. Thin layer steel sheet low gauge conduit and thick steel sheet. And here you can also use the non-metallic conduit as like the conduit wiring. PVC cables, GI wire or 18 SWG or 14 SWG, screw, coupling, elbow, rigid offset, two-hole strap, lock nut. Now the procedure of concealed wiring. You can see the image of a concealed wiring. Concealed wiring is properly named as concealed conduit wiring. It is very laborious to install. The layout of this wiring is done under the plaster of the wall of the building. Conduit pipes are buried under the plaster of wall with GI wires inside. After, with the help of GI wires, the main PVC insulated cables are drawn through the conduit. It means GI wires are used to pull the phase and neutral wires. Okay, so GI wires are used for two purposes. One is to pull the wires and another is as an earth wire. The advantage of concealed wiring is same as the advantage of conduit wiring. It is safest wiring. Appearance is better. No risk of fire or mechanical wear and tear because it's an enclosed wiring. No risk of damage of cable installation. Safe from humidity, smoke, steam, etc. No risk of shocks and long lasting. Now the disadvantage of concealed wiring. This is very expensive. Installation is not easy. Not easy to customize for future. Hard to detect the faults because it is installed under the wall. Now the protecting device which is used in house wiring, these are the fuse, MCB, RCCB and ELCB. Number one, this is fuse. So you can see the image of a rewirable fuse. Here is the rewirable fuse part and the cap of the rewirable fuse. This is also known as KitKat fuse. A fuse is a device that shuts off the power to an electric circuit when too much electric current flows through it. The fuse wire is generally an alloy of lead and tin. It has a low melting point and breaks the circuit if the current exceeds a safe value. The thickness and length of the fuse wire depends on the maximum current allowed through the circuit. It is connected in series with a load or it is connected in series in the beginning of the electric circuit. Now this is the image of a MCB. These are the various parts of the MCB: handle, cast, terminal, blowout vent, bimetal element, contact latch. So MCB stands for miniature circuit breaker. It automatically switches off the electrical circuit during an abnormal condition in the electrical network, such as overload or short circuit condition. However, fuse may sense this condition, but it has to be replaced, though MCB can be reset. And it means fuse, there is a difference between a fuse and MCB and MCB. This is, MCB can break or make a circuit manually or automatically, but fuse cannot make a circuit automatically. The MCB is an electromechanical device which guards the electric wires and electrical load from overcurrent so as to avoid any kind of fire or electrical hazards. Handling MCB is quite safer and it quickly restores the supply. When it comes to house application, MCB is the most preferred choice for overload and short circuit protection. MCB can be reset very fast and don't have any maintenance cost. MCB works on bimetal respective principle, which provides protection against overload current and solenoid short circuit current. Now RCCB. RCCB stands for residual current circuit breaker. This residual current device is basically an electrical wiring device that disconnects the circuit whenever there is a leakage of current flow through the human body or the current is not balanced between the phase conductor. It is the safest device to detect and trip against electrical leakage currents. Thus, ensure protection against electric shock caused by direct contact. RCB is generally used in series with an MCB, which protect them from overcurrent and short circuit current. Both phase and neutral wire are connected through an RCCB device. These are extremely effective from shock protection and widely used for protection from a leakage current of 30, 100 and 300 milliampere. It is essential life-saving equipment used to protect the human body from electrical and is mandatory in many states for domestic installation. Now this is the circuit diagram of an ELCB. You can see the circuit breaker, trip coils, surge coil, loads, the test push buttons, test resistors, and the load is earth. ELCB stands for earth leakage circuit breaker. They have the same function as RCCB but are voltage sensor device. However, this is an old technology and is not in common use. It is working based on earth leakage current. This device measures the voltage on the earth conductor. If this voltage was not zero, this indicated the current leakage to earth. It can only detect the current that flow back through the main earth wire. Now, earthing. To connect the metallic part of an electrical appliances or installation to the earth is called earthing or grounding. In other words, to connect the metallic parts of electric machinery and device to the earth plate or earth electrode through a thick conductor wire for safety purpose is known as earthing or grounding. To earth or earthing rather means to connect the part of electrical apparatus such as metallic covering of the metals, earth terminals of socket cables, stay wires that do not carry current to the earth. So this is known as the equipment earthing. When the earth wire is connected to the metallic plate or metallic cover of the electrical device, the cover which are not conducting the electric current normally. That means to protect the outer covers and to protect the operator from shock, you have to use the equipment earthing. And earthing can be said as the connection of the neutral point of a power supply system to the earth so as to avoid or minimize the danger during discharge of electrical energy. And this is known as the system earthing. So there are two types of earthing. One is system earthing, another is equipment earthing. Now the importance of earthing. The primary purpose of earthing is to avoid or minimize the danger of electrocution, fire due to earth leakage of current through undesired path, and to ensure that the potential of the current carrying conductor does not rise with respect to the earth than its designed insulation. When the metallic part of electrical appliances comes in contact with the live wire, maybe due to failure of installation or failure in cable installation, the metal becomes charged and static charge accumulates on it. If a person touches such a charged metal, the result is a severe shock. To avoid such instance, the power supply system and parts of appliances have to be earthed so as to transfer the charge directly to the earth. Now, there are three types of earthing system. Number one, the plate earthing. You can see the image of a plate earthing. There is a GI wire and a ground level, and under the ground level there is a plate electrode. In plate earthing, an earthing plate either of copper of dimensions 60 cm into 60 cm into 3 meter of height, of galvanized iron of dimensions 60 cm into 60 cm into 6 mm height is built into the ground with its face vertical at the depth of not less than 3 meter from the ground level. The earth plate is inserted into auxiliary layers of coke and salt for the minimum thickness of 15 cm. This salt actually used to reduce the earth resistance or increase the earth conductivity. The earth wire, which is made by GI, is tightly bolted to an earth plate with the help of nut or bolt. The copper plate and copper wires are usually not employed for grounding purpose because of their higher cost. And the 8 SWG earth wire is used for motor wiring, and 14 SWG earth wire is used for house wiring or for the low voltage wiring. Now the second one is the pipe earthing. You can see the image of a pipe earthing. There is a soft charcoal powder mixture is in under the ground level, and a pipe electrode is connected with the GI wire. This is the most common and best system of earthing as compared to other systems suitable for the same earth and moisture conditions. In this method, the galvanized steel and perforated pipe of approved length and diameter in place upright in a permanently wet soil, as shown below. The size of the pipe depends upon the current to be carried and type of soil. Okay, it means when the current is increased, the size of the pipe is also increased. Normally, the size of the pipe uses for earthing of diameter of 40 mm and 2.5 meter in length for ordinary soil. The pipes is placed at 3.75 meter. The bottom of pipe is surrounded by small pieces of coke and charcoal to reduce the earth resistance. Okay. And alternate layers of coke and salts are used to increase the effective area of the earth and to decrease the earth resistance respectively. It means it also increased the conductivity, earth conductivity. Another pipe of 19 mm diameter and minimum length of 1.25 meter is connected at the top of the GI pipe through reducing socket. During summer, the moisture in the soil decreases, which causes an increase in earth resistance. So, a cement concrete work is done to keep the water arrangement accessible. And in summer, to have an effective earth, 3 or 4 buckets of water are put through the funnel connected or 19 mm diameter pipe, which is further connected to the GI pipe. The earthware, either GI or strip of GI wires of sufficient cross-sectional area to carry the fault current safely is carried in a GI pipe of diameter of 12 mm at a depth of about 60 cm from the ground. Now the next one or the last one is the rod earthing. You can see there is a rod earthing image. There is a steel driving cap, copper earth rod, dual copper earth rod, and the height of this rod is 1.2 inch. The rod earthing is basically non-treatment earthing. A copper rod of 12.5 mm or half inch is not 1.2 inch, it is half inch diameter or 16 mm diameter, or galvanized steel or hollow section 25 mm of GI pipe of length 2.5 meter or 8.2 feet are bored upright in the earth manually or with the help of hammer. Thank you. That's all.